Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Human Network Podcast. I'm here with Stymz, and if you want to introduce yourself, this is the lead singer.
Hi, my name is Greg.
That's me. I'm the bassist, Jay.
Alright.
My name is Luke, and I play guitar.
I'm Nico. Nick, drummer for Stymz.
Alright, guys.
Tanner's back there with the camera doing the panoramic.
Doing all the fancy work. Right? Alright, guys, so we got you guys on. We've never had 4 guys in here before, so this is really fucking crazy, and it's really hot in here as well. So, but this is cool, man. Welcome to the podcast, guys. Again, thanks for coming on. And what's up, man? How you guys doing today?
We're good.
You guys are good?
Enjoying this hot ass weather,
Yeah, dude, it's hot as fuck, man. It's gonna be 100 degrees for like probably 3 months, man. It sucks. I don't know why anybody lives in this state anymore.
Yeah.
People are just moving here in fucking droves, man. It's crazy.
The prices go up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Go!
So one more time, we got Luke, all right, which is over there. He's outside the frame. He's a guitarist. We got Jay. He's right here. He's the bassist.
Oh, hi.
We got Greg, the vocalist, and we got Nick, the drummer. One more time for everybody. And so we met, Jake met you guys last week at Guitars and Growlers in Richardson. You guys came there for the first time and just played a set, and he fanboyed real hard, and we got you guys on.
I did.
And we go to Guitars and Growlers, and you guys met Darian and his brother Brendan. They've both been on the podcast. And yeah, man, that's really cool, man. That we wouldn't have even met you guys if it wasn't for them, man. So it's just really cool the way things work out, man. But I wanna hear about you guys, your origin, like how did you guys form your band?
Like, if we want to go back to like the beginning, that would be those two.
Yeah, it started with us. How him and I met, one day I was at a friend's house and I heard drums, and I was like, I love drums, so I'm gonna go over there and see what's up, see, who's playing. And it just so happened to be him. He was like, I was like, oh dude, what's up? We knew each other from football and stuff. So, we didn't really talk in school, but like when it came to music, it was just like that instant connection. So it's just like, he was like, you play drums? I was like, yeah. And I was like, you play guitar? And then just like that connection right there. So he grabbed his, I think it's Les Paul or whatever, and like turned on his little Line 6 amp, and we just started jamming from there. And then like, we played like 2 songs, and he was just like, you want to start a band? Well, yeah, let's do it. So,
That's fucking
and then like,
how long ago was that?
this was probably like,
7th grade.
yeah, 7th grade.
Oh shit, that was a while back.
Yeah.
Like 2012.
Do you remember what songs you were playing?
No, we were just
It
like,
was probably just random power
Yeah.
chords.
yeah, so it was just, the chemistry behind everything was
That's
just,
sick, man.
it flowed well.
So then, and y'all two are cousins, Luke and Jay.
Yes.
So that's how you got a part of it. How soon did it take you to get involved in all of that?
I guess it was like, you guys gave me a bass at 14.
It was,
Right.
we were trying to get you kind of more into the like music and all that.
Yeah, cause my
Just as like an outlet.
my dad, like, he had a guitar, and I was playing it a little bit, and I was like, this is fun. And I was like, yeah, why don't you go to your cousin? He plays guitar, he can teach you some stuff. And I'm like, all right, yeah. And so I went to you guys, and you were trying to show me guitar, and you're like, have you ever tried bass before? I was like, no, I don't know what that is. And you were like, yeah, here, try it. And you gave me a bass, and I was like, okay. And I just do this, and just follow that. I'm like, okay. So I just did that over and over again, and you were like, okay, keep going. And then you started playing with it. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then, then after that, we didn't really hang out a lot in general after that, though, because grandma.
Well, yeah, it was a weird deal.
Yeah.
Different parts of school and all that.
Yeah, but it wasn't until like 18, I think, like after graduation, that like I actually started jamming out with you guys.
Yeah, we got the unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like practicing in the storage. Like we were working really hard on this one pull, and Nick looks at me and goes, "Dude, we need to go buy an RV storage unit and just put all our gear in there." Because like at the time we were playing in my parents' garage and just always getting the cops calling us and shit.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
It's the most annoying thing to be told to turn down. It's just like, come on.
Yeah.
So just real quick, I made a decision. I moved the camera here because I think it's better if we have all four guys in. So I might have to speak up a little bit since it's a little further away. But man, I think it's cool to just have all four in there. I think it's more respectful too.
So then eventually you came into the picture, but you didn't go to school with them.
No,
You didn't-
I did not meet them till well after schooling days in totality. I guess I was with a band and we did some stuff. We didn't do a lot of stuff necessarily. We just kind of hang out every now and then, play stuff, and be like, yeah, that's cool. And but I was looking for something more, and I eventually poured my heart and soul into this like Craigslist ad, and within like a day or so, I got hit up by Luke, and he sent me like a few videos of him. I sent them a few videos of me because I have been going to karaoke bars and stuff, and that's where like I get practice. And then and I was like around like early March of 2020, and so joined in at the perfect time.
Just before the pandemic.
Yeah, exactly, right when it all hit. And I guess maybe some would take that as a discouragement, but for us it was like, yeah, it sucks, but it gave us like a lot of time to really kind of figure each other out and stuff, and like kind of figure out the, I guess, chemistry of the band, so to speak, and whatnot, and but yeah, and so I didn't get involved till like 2020 when I was like freshly 22, like 4 days after my 22nd birthday, and then now we've been rolling with it ever since, and come a long way since then.
I think the first time when you jammed with them, I wasn't there.
Yeah,
You were
no,
still in
yeah,
California.
I was in
He lived in
California.
California for like almost half a year.
Okay.
For half a year?
Yeah, it was pretty much between like a year and half a year. But I was living there for a little bit, and then when I came back was after the pandemic in May.
I mean, it depends.
Yeah, it was around May time.
It's like right towards like the kind of middle end of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And
How
then,
did you assimilate in? Was it a difficult process or was it pretty smooth?
Oh no, I just jumped in right away.
That's awesome. That's always a good sign.
Yeah. It's like I remember the songs, I memorized them, and I brought my bass with me to there so I could practice them, and so.
Were you playing in California too?
Not really. I wasn't like only practicing. Yeah, I wasn't playing out there.
Oh,
'Cause,
gotcha.
no one wants to listen to a bassist.
Is out there on the corner?
I mean,
I'm sure I'll be on.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be on stage and be like, yeah, it's cool.
That's how
Yeah.
you make it happen.
Real nice, bud. Can we bring out an actual band?
So you guys started up the band, came up with the name, right? Stymz.
We jumped around a lot. So
Yeah.
when we very first started, it was us and then two other school friends, and we were still blue. And then we left high school and they went on to do their own thing. We were still jamming, and we're like, all right, let's call ourselves Full Send. It was me, Nick, and Junior at this point.
Why Full Send?
We watch a lot of Nelk.
Nut boys.
Oh, yeah.
We were
Happy
like,
dads.
"Fucking send it."
Don't want me with that.
Fucking send it.
But then that didn't stick for too long because I think we found that someone else already had something like that going on. So we're like, all right, what's something else? And it
Blue
was me.
Steel or something.
Well, no, it was us three inside a parking lot just bullshitting for a while, and they were like, "What name?"
We were at the
just
mall.
throwing- Yeah, we were just
Yeah.
throwing a bunch of like bullshit out, and then
Yeah.
eventually Stymz stuck, and we're like, "How could we spell it?" And it's like, "That looks cool.
Why
That looks cool. It's gonna
Stymz?
stick."
Stems because of marijuana stems, or?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. That's what you want it to be.
Marijuana, mushroom stems.
Yeah.
all-
Yeah.
all-
I mean,
we
all the
stem
good
out.
stems.
It sounds like transcend your
I
mind
mean,
to
it
Zen.
is that in a way, but like we also like know it as like branching out and doing like different genres in music. So we don't stick to one genre. We always like
I like that.
compare, and we always like try to like make it unique to our
Yeah.
waves.
That is neat.
Okay, cool.
So
So you guys are like you're a rock band, but you don't want to be like classified. Like put into a I guess a label,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
you
We
wanna
want to keep it an open.
You want to be
window.
yourselves, right?
Yeah,
And
so-
you want to do the things that you want to be able to do.
Just whatever sounds good.
yeah,
That's really fucking cool, guys.
Like I said, we want to go do some heavy black metal type stuff. Just fucking, and then next we'll do some contemporary jazz.
I love
Maybe
it.
popped out off of some new age
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't know our next move.
You go from
That is, hey,
Metallica to
you
Taylor
don't
Swift.
ever want to know your next
Yes,
move.
sir.
Yeah,
Never
exactly.
your next move.
Always have a
Oh
secret
man.
plan.
So you guys got 4 guys, right? So it's just 2 of us, right? So we've had struggles, just 2 people
Yeah.
between 2 of us. We've known each other for like almost 15 years. there's 4 of you guys. What are the struggles that you guys face between the 4 of you that, like, either like
Oh, man.
you have overcome, still overcoming, but that's also been like really difficult to even overcome?
I was like stupid shy and in a shell when I first joined up, and so it's one of those things like, you want to prove yourself, but you're like, I don't want to prove myself.
Yeah.
And so like that was a big struggle on my end or whatnot, and just took more working at it, working together and stuff, and
A lot of slapping him in the face.
Whenever he was shy around you guys, were y'all like surprised that he was shy with like his particular talent?
I don't think I was, because I'm like, I can understand like jumping into a new thing, like you've never met us before type deal, and it's like we haven't had that much bonding time, you know.
In the very beginning, it was a neat deal because like you see areas where it's like this guy's got it, and then you see areas where like we're all on the same kind of page as far as like we can do really cool things. That's like I like the way that sounds. Then we go to do another thing. It's like still got a lot of work there, but we're all real of ourselves. Where it's like it's not where we want to be. Let's keep on working at it, and we will correct each other. And it's like he's never been shy in the way that he'll get up there and he'll go as loud as he can. And like we always do that in the way he like project himself. It just all of us are trying to find kind of our energy once we get up there, because it's kind of just a unique deal being out in front of people opposed to being just like in a little practice spot.
I bet that
Everybody's
is
looking at you, man.
incredibly hard.
I can't look at people. I like a little fast. I'm like, all right, back over here.
They're not there. They're not there.
It's even weird for me just having like 4 people in here, man, because it's usually just like one person, and it's easy to focus on one. And then I feel like I have an audience while also trying to interact with you guys. It's really interesting.
I did a karaoke one time, and whenever I walked off, I literally almost fell because my legs were shaking so bad. And I'm like, I literally don't understand how y'all do it. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
Karaoke is a wild beast too.
Yeah. That's another thing we were looking at too, like stage presence. Like since I'm behind the kit, like I can't do much, and like I like want to project like energy and all that stuff. So I kind of like rely on these guys to do that for me. So like the front man was like his energy is
electric.
Yeah. So it's just like
And he's like shy.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is great.
Rather withdrawn.
I never would have thought that he was shy.
Yeah, ever.
Honestly, yeah. Like at first, like he was like
Took a while to get there. Like, to not be shy. I mean,
Well, the shows. So
the shows are like, that's really where it's like, alright, it's like one of those things where you're so afraid of it that you almost just have to like, just embrace it. And like it's like, I was joking with them the other day about like the whole being able to like, look at the crowd and like, okay, back to the I'm like, damn it, I can't like look back at the mic and just be like, I'm playing this mic so well.
like a skip.
Like when I like look at like people and stuff and I like make eye contact with them, I like immediately want to look away, but I'm just like, no, stare at them. I'm like sing that lyric out and stuff.
Sing it
And
too.
it's like,
Right into their hearts.
make them feel it.
That's awesome.
Pierce through my words.
I like that you sing embrace, man. I like that word, like embrace. You know, you really bring it on. The last guy we had on was a comedian. His episode's not out yet, but that's what he said when he started, was like he was comfortable in the silence. Like when people weren't laughing, he was embracing it essentially. And that's how he got better, man.
That's a beautiful thing, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing the same fucking thing. All of you guys are, honestly, just being up there in front of people. I don't know how y'all fucking do it, man. That's fucking crazy.
It's kind of the same thing with this. Like, you got a camera on you. Eventually, we're gonna see it.
Yeah, we got like a handful of people watching this.
Hey, right now,
Yeah.
Gotta do that one.
Got a hell of a name, you know. Like it'll
Appreciate it,
grow.
man.
Yeah.
We're working hard on it, man.
I will say, like, up on stage, like, for me, moving around, because really, Greg's the one that helped me try to get the idea of, like, all right, because I know that if Greg's moving around, I'm like, I don't want him to be the only one. And I'm like, shit, but, like, in my head, I'm like, I try to, like, fuck, just do it, you know, I'm like, you look stupid.
But you don't look.
But you don't.
You think
Yeah.
you do.
Exactly.
You guys
He
look
was embracing it.
badass.
Yeah, he was like, man, I feel really stupid doing this, but like, you know, fucking
It's just the vibe, just the energy you put out. You know?
Yeah, it's true.
So you guys want to get fucking huge? Is that the goal, or you guys just enjoy what you're doing?
I just enjoy it. We just really enjoy what we're doing.
It's
like
just
that.
fun.
Like creating an environment for people to like come and chill, hang out, not have any worries in the world, you know.
Yeah.
Like whatever they dealt with at home, they can just come to the show and just party and just forget about it, you know, and just like have
I
vibe.
love that.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
really
like-
cool, man.
That's kind of why, like,
we do what we do. It's like really, it's more than just a hobby. I
What's
guess.
been your biggest show so far? Like, how many people do you think?
Probably the Ukraine deal.
Yeah.
Do you think so? I figured it was gonna be like mass.
I mean, so Mass we had like 30 people. It was comprised of like 30 or 40.
30 full people.
Yeah, 30 full people. no big
A
deal.
whole crowd of 30 people.
Don't say mass.
It's called Maine at Southside, and it's in Fort Worth, and
Yeah,
that was our
Southside.
first ever venue we ever like booked a gig at, and we did that on April 29th of like 2021, and that was the first Stymz gig ever, and the first other than that, like we'd have friends pull up to the unit and stuff, which they would hang out there and whatnot, and we'd play, but that was our first ever like, we actually got booked onto a spot, and like then we had to bring in, we brought another band on, just a good friend of mine that I had met recently, or at the time it wasn't that recent, like I'd known him for like 3 years at that point, but like,
It's pretty recent.
yeah, I mean, definitely not like a 15-year thing. He was like a music mentor to me.
That's awesome.
So, like, I pulled him on and stuff, and then played the show and stuff. But there were like at least like 30 or 40 people there, real human beings and stuff.
Yeah, that's a nice
Comprised
feeling.
of family and friends and stuff, and some randos in the crowd and stuff. But,
Did they
like,
cheer?
well, I mean, yeah, everybody like, ooh, and all that out
Yeah.
there.
I can say that for sure from Mass to now, we took out the entire energy thing. Like we saw the way the crowd was, like, okay, it's kind of our job. If they're not getting into it, it's because of us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what we were talking about that just recently. Like if we, like, I don't really want to say it the way I said it before, but like it's our job to, like exactly what y'all just said. Like if the conversation isn't interesting, like that's why we're here to bring that out of the
Yeah,
person.
it's our job to make the podcast like spectacular,
That's
right?
crazy.
Like,
I didn't even think about that.
To me, if one of our podcasts isn't good, it's because we didn't make it good.
No,
it
that's
has
a good
nothing
way.
to do with anybody coming on, man.
That's a great way to look at it, honestly.
Yeah, we create the content. Like, I mean, you guys are doing the same thing, but with music, you know. So yeah, you're looking at the exact same way we are, man. You just came to that conclusion yourself too.
Well, it's like a mixture of seeing a bunch of bands and be like, okay, what's the difference between what they're doing and what we're doing?
That's awesome.
There's time in practice where it's like,
That's a
okay,
really
we're
good
doing
thing to
a
do.
little shortcut, we're getting too repetitive, let's get more into this. And then they're like, being on stage, like, all right, don't have these long pauses right after a song, to where it's just like talking, like keep the music kind of going on a little down level, keep the ambiance going or whatever, and then eventually people are gonna be like, oh, they kind of know what they're doing a little bit.
Yeah.
So this might be a question for like all four of you individually, but like what are your favorite bands that have like influenced you? And we'll start with you. How about that? Your favorite
That's
bands that
fine.
influenced
All right. I was
like the
gonna.
way you play. On the spot.
Shit.
If there's anybody who already has something, y'all can go.
I guess like the only bands that, I don't know, because I listen to like a variety of, I guess we all kind of do listen to a variety of music. But I guess the bands that really like encouraged me and like made me like kind of like the fucking thrusting into music, and I'm like yeah, you know, was like Gorillaz,
Yeah.
Okay.
and like old like G-funk bass lines, funk music, jazz, Daft Punk actually.
Yeah.
Because I fucking love techno music and like discotheque and stuff like that. But really those kinds of bands, and there's other, you know, here and there, like certain like little songs like what's the one song by Mac Miller? When we play.
What's the use? I couldn't think of it.
What's the use?
That's funky.
Yeah,
that's
great
funky.
song. Like every Mac Miller song, like that's kind of like who like my role model was, just because like the way he like orchestrated his music,
I love Mac.
made it like just vibe out and just just like his style. Like I kind of want to like take his style and like take it to the kid, you know. So like that is always my inspiration, just to make things funky, make people feel it. It's not about what you play; it's about how you make people feel. So it's just like the vibe, you know.
I like it.
Yet another example of genre defiance.
Yeah. It's like,
What
I
about you
mean,
guys?
even like Linkin Park, you know, like literally they broke the mold.
Yeah.
Literally
No,
broke
they
the
did.
mold.
Had a
Maybe,
DJ
you
and
know,
everything.
For all the
Alright.
memes that
Just
band,
kidding.
man, they deserve true credit for like beyond that.
honestly.
Yeah, what about you guys?
So I got an entire sleeve dedicated to this shit, bro.
Oh, shit.
Shout out to Chase Nash.
You came
Madison.
prepared, man.
Yeah, so Jimi Hendrix, to begin with, is my guitar idol. That's like the epitome of where I'd like to get it, just as smooth at putting everything together. Love Led Zeppelin, Bob Marley, just music and message in general. You know, like, I think his entire deal is like, a lot of people don't understand that he was really fighting for like peace all across the board, because he was born in, I don't know how to even say it. I was watching this entire documentary yesterday on him, and basically like had a white dad that left, and he was basically treated as an outcast his entire life. He wasn't like treated as a Jamaican, he was treated as like a half-breed type deal, and it was screwed up, and he's basically fighting like, we're all spirits. You're gonna let your fucking programming depend on like, tell you how you're living, and like who people are and all that. So I like that a lot. Dig Sublime and the Allman Brothers. So like a lot of classic stuff, but once I got into like, probably junior year in high school, I started listening to a lot more like punk rock and just different stuff from classic rock and trying to get more of a taste.
You stemmed out.
Exactly.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, what about you, Greg?
I got fragile
for
knuckles.
me,
I like that. Man, all those answers are great, man.
Man, growing up, like my mom, she always like would flare, and like she was more. And my dad was West Texas country guy, and so he as far as he's concerned, there's only two types of music: country and western. For my mom, she would play like Def Leppard and stuff, and so that kind of spun me down a road of like, okay, I mean, I loved Toby Keith growing up, weirdly enough. Like, I was like the best thing. I still can't get tired of that dude.
Yeah.
But like,
Let's have a party.
that one's got some funny spots in it. But over time though, I got really into Zeppelin. Zeppelin was a huge thing for me. I had this like German teacher. I took German in high school, and he like gave me this flash drive and burned like 172 bootleg songs on there, and like that revitalized my like love for them. And then also the other big thing was grunge music. Like there were like the first time I had ever heard like a Nirvana, Alice in Chains, or Pearl Jam song, and it felt like I had heard something that I'd never heard before, but knew like the back of my hand in a way.
Yeah.
And it was like, that stuff really stuck. And so pretty much for me it'd be all the big five of them, and then Led Zeppelin as the king as well. And but as far as vocal influences, overall, I'm a huge Chris Cornell fan, and but I like everything down to like the crooners, even like Sinatra and stuff like that. I love the smoothness of that and whatnot. Really weird stuff and everything in between.
It's great that you appreciate all those different things, man. I mean, I think it lives up to your name, right? Like, try not to stick to like one thing, you know, and having all those different influences gives you your own kind of thing.
They actually broke me out of like only listening to some of those things for a while. Like,
Toby Keith.
Let's have a party.
Yeah, man, I had an iPod Shuffle. I had like 4 albums of that dude when I was in elementary school, and I would just sit there and like listen to it and stuff. And
Beer for My Horses? You like that song?
my favorite one was the what's it called?
Okay, so
I Ain't As Good As I Once Was.
I love that
But
song.
I'm as good once
That's a good
one.
as I ever was. Like, that's such a good. That one, I saw the music video when I was like 8, and it was really funny to me. I didn't quite understand it, and I was like, wow, like, he's got weird teeth. Wow, he touched that nurse, and like, wow, that nurse pinched his oxygen cord, and he fell asleep after getting punched in the face by a big biker guy.
What the fuck are you talking
Oh,
about?
dude, you gotta see that video. It's a
Oh
good
my
video.
God.
He's just in the bar singing the whole time, and he's like, and he just like narrates the events as they're happening. And, like,
That sounds awesome. I gotta see this.
It's a sing, As Good As I Once Was.
Have you ever
song.
That's hilarious.
Have you ever seen that commercial? Like, I think Hulk Hogan did a commercial with, cause that just reminded me of this. Like, he did a commercial for like Harley Davidson or something, and like in the background there's a dude throwing his dog into the lake.
No, I have not seen that.
Like, I'm not joking. Like in the background of the video, it's just weirdest shit ever.
What about you?
So my influences come from like, so my dad, he was a DJ, so like, you know, he would play all types of music, slow jams, R&B, like not R&B, but R&B. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart right now.
All the pressure's on you, bro.
Yeah.
Spotlight.
Anyways.
How's it feel? How's it feel?
Anyways, like I said, Mac Miller, he was a big influence. Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, all of those guys are just individually, just musically talented. Just just the way they like to put their flows together, like just the producers and all that stuff. And then like my bands, like we started off playing Green Day. I remember Green Day.
Oh shit.
That used to be the shit. Blink-182, 311. I love 311. Sublime, of course. Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Chad Smith. He's fucking stud. Taylor Hawkins. Taylor Hawkins. Yeah, shut up. Or yeah, it's what's my thinking? I'm thinking something else. Taylor Hawkins, Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl. It's just like all those people combined. Like I take little pieces of everything they do and like try to like incorporate it. So like all those guys influenced me in something different that they do. So like just listen to all their music and like.
Not pug.
And like vibing out and really like cherry picking like what you like and like like using it in your own form, your own way. So it's like I respect all those people and like there's some bands I didn't name, but
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you guys could talk all day.
There's way too many to name
Yeah,
all.
it's going into question. That's why I asked it, right?
So many genres, so many years,
So-
so many different.
You guys practice every day?
Try
Individually, yeah.
Today.
Or at least like, individually, I mean, I feel like we all try to do stuff, and whatnot. Then we like, at least try to get together, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, as like the actual like band practice days. But also we meet up without that, like, we've had practices to where like it's literally just been me and the drummer and stuff, and like we've had practices where it's just Luke and Nick and, I mean, I said that.
We all just
Yeah,
moved
just
up there.
Luke, Greg,
Whatever the guys behind
This
me.
one, that one, not that
one.
That's great. What do y'all practice at? Y'all said y'all practiced earlier. Y'all like rented out a space, but like, did y'all ever move on
It
from
was a
that?
storage.
It's a storage unit.
It would do.
Now
The
we're in my
storage unit was
garage.
so
Yeah.
The storage
We had-
unit itself is
I
like
wish
food.
you had pictures.
Yeah.
You gotta show them the pictures.
Yeah, you know, I think I
This,
might
like,
have
it was set up so nice.
It was
Even though
pretty
like,
cool.
We've
it was
moved
like
it around
shed.
a lot.
How'd you
compared to, like,
power everything?
Oh.
Dude, it came out.
Yeah.
So
They have powers where like
There's
there's people
power.
that are living out of these things. A lot of them were like tweakers and stuff. So like you have people shitting inside some of them. You just see it was
running
fucking
doors
wild.
through
What city were y'all in?
Yeah, this is Parker, Texas, so a little bit outside of Wyoming.
Oh,
Oh,
like-
Parker?
yeah.
Shit.
Like, we went to Wiley's.
No shit, we all went to what?
Yeah.
You guys did.
You guys went to
Well,
you guys went to
Wiley, yeah.
Why they hire you?
Wiley High.
Wiley
You
High.
guys went to fucking
Oh,
Wiley.
yeah.
I was the first freshman class at Wiley's.
Wait, what?
Oh, you guys are oh.
Yeah, when we transferred
You
over
were
to
the
Wiley
second.
High.
You were the second.
I was the first.
Kind of listed.
You went twice?
Remember, I dropped out of school for 3 years. So
That's
it's a long story. It's a long story.
That's just that's just a clip of like
That's
kind of how.
That's
it
the
looked.
unit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
It was like Unit 86, and man, we sweat
That was
in
the
there.
year we did.
I bet. So
Weird.
you guys are used to fucking sweating. This
Oh,
ain't
yeah,
nothing.
this is-
And this is one of the gigs that we did.
At
Yeah,
the.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would go to
Yeah,
one of those
like
fucking shows, man.
It was nice.
Yeah, so it was cool.
Where'd you go?
I went to Rockwall Heath.
Rockwall
actually.
Heath? Okay.
I live in Forney, but I went to there because I was right on the
You live in
RISD line.
Yeah, that's good. I remember you talking about
Oh,
it
yeah.
a little bit. I don't know if you want
Yeah, I
to
don't
shit on
know
him
what I'm
again,
talking
but.
And you guys all went to fucking Wiley?
Well, I got removed after the first year, my freshman year.
I guess you wouldn't be in a band if you hadn't got removed right
How,
now.
how old are you?
I'm 24.
You're 24. You look familiar. Do you have a brother or anything?
No, I do have a brother, but he didn't go to Wiley.
You ain't gonna
so,
lie.
yeah.
And how, you guys are, you're 24 too?
23.
23 and
23.
Same with you. Damn, man, I'm 28, so
I'm actually 12.
you guys came in like as I left. That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Actually,
Yeah.
12.
I actually had a, so when I was in daycare, you probably remember this, like, there was this lady that used to babysit us at Premier, and she had a friend who was like riding motorcycles in like the parking lot or something.
At Wiley?
Yeah, and like at lunchtime or something, and he, I guess landed wrong, flipped, and like hit a car. Like, was
Was that 2011?
No,
think
I thought it
was
hit the light pole and like.
I think so. Yeah.
I think I know what you guys are talking about. I think it happened outside the parking lot, like after, but I could be wrong. But I think that was the class of 2011. He was in that
I
class.
think so.
And I think my sister knew who he was because she She graduated 2 years before me. She was older than me. She's like 30.
I remember that just because like just how like devastated she was, and like I'm
That's
pretty sure
crazy,
she went to
man.
Wiley. Like you said, you're 20.
How old is she?
I don't remember. It was like when I was like 12, 11.
Oh, that's fucking crazy, man. I had no idea you guys were from Wyoming, man. You guys know where South Fork is?
Yeah, I live there.
Yeah. You lived in
That's
South
where we're
Fork?
from.
That's where we're from.
What street?
Really? Bobby Avenue.
Small
It's
world.
so-
That's so cool.
Our friend
Oh, really?
Pablo-
My friend Sarah lives
My
there.
friend Pablo lived on Bobby, I think.
That's
Oh,
wild.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
cool.
small.
I feel like I know him.
I guess we did meet
Might have.
Richardson,
He
so it's
was
not
from
too
Mexico.
small.
She was in a red, I think the house had a red top.
Wait, what neighborhood are you
It was
from?
towards the
What
top of
neighborhood
the
I'm
street,
from?
closer to Groves.
Saxby. Oh, yeah.
Close to the
Saxby.
Groves?
Saxby?
I think I know that place.
I mean, I used
my
to
friend
live in
Alina
Wiley,
used to live
But like, some
like
shit happened.
close to there.
Just, and then,
Life happens.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
fuck,
I had to get out of there. So
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't want to like get too detailed, but like, what neighborhood are you guys like?
He said he's from Saxby.
Saxby? Oh, okay.
You're not gonna rob me, are you?
No, I'm just curious, man. That's fucking crazy.
We're in Woodbridge in
No big bang.
Saxby. So
What's your
we're-
address?
Okay.
I'm just playing
I'm
down.
from-
Yeah,
someone
he was
else, like,
awkward, too.
That's
Social
fucking
credit
crazy.
card
Holy
number.
shit, man.
You
What a
pretty
small
cool.
community.
Is your mom's first maiden name?
Yeah.
Just real quick. Just-
Yeah, just
If there was security questions, what would they be and what would they
Yeah.
be?
Yeah. What street did you live? He literally asked you.
That's literally security question.
Thank you. Now I can get totally hacked.
What street did you grow up
What's your
on?
elementary school?
Yeah, man. Did you go to Groves?
Yeah, I did go to Groves.
No
Wow, that's
shit,
crazy.
man.
I used to skate
I
at
think-
Groves.
Really?
The little gap where the door is in the back, I guess, like where the fence is. That takes you to South Fork, and then like there's like the glass doors up there. We used to like ollie over that little like grass gap that's right in front of the doors, and like we'd skate the bike. I probably shouldn't be saying this.
Incriminating yourself.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, man.
Yeah,
Statute of
yeah.
limitations. You're
Right.
fucking
It's like some SROs be like, we have a cold case, we can open now.
Yeah, we ran all over that fucking place too.
Yeah,
That's fucking
South Fork was. Oh my god.
Apparently, dude, I remember I used to like, it was me and my friend Sarah, we used to like, I wouldn't say we ran that place, but like apparently like when I left to California, she was telling me all this stuff about like, a lot of people are sad that you're gone, man. I'm like, I'm not gone, I mean, I'm gonna come back. And I was like, oh, it was crazy though. Apparently, I don't know, I didn't think I left that. Anyways, the important part is, do you remember Groves?
I remember Groves. I can tell you the one thing about Wiley that I've been thinking of a lot recently is I wish they had something better, like as far as like for the youth to go through.
Yeah.
My little brother has lost like 3 or 4 friends to like
drugs.
opioids and all this shit.
Yeah.
It's like I'm thinking it's like it's because no one's got shit to do. It's like
Yeah.
we're lucky because we got
That's
music, so we
literally-
can chill in the garage. We
Yeah.
smoke weed and drink a little bit of beer. We don't get reckless and stuff.
Yeah.
And it kind of helps towards the music sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it
Oh,
limits,
yeah.
but there's that
Nice.
difference.
Shit.
We both
I'm
know
just
like
fucking making
2
something
or 3
random.
people that's like died to OD and all that, or overdoses and stuff, and it's
It's
bad. It's
It's
true
true.
though.
Very true.
They need a place. I mean, it was cool they built the skate park, but then like everybody who skates is doing drugs, so it's like
Great combination.
yeah. That's a good point, man. A lot of people say that too, and that's how I know you're from Wiley because
Yeah.
all we did was party, you know. So
Yeah.
that's crazy, man. That's nuts. I'm from Wiley and Rockwell.
Yeah,
and Saxon.
Rockwell.
Sorry, Greg.
But
You're not from this club.
Man, that's
That's
fucking
crazy.
Greg's the odd one out.
Yeah.
man.
Go stand in the hall for a little bit.
I'll be back.
Move your clip to the red space.
So, like, in terms of like management, time to like I guess get back to the interview. I guess.
That's right, man, that's what we're doing.
In terms of like
Now everybody can
management,
hack us all.
how did y'all?
After you made us give up our information.
As far as management goes, I mean, we all just kind of manage it ourselves,
Yeah.
like together, if that makes sense. Like, 'cause I mean, as far as like social media and stuff, that's one area that we admittedly, we
Suck
all
ass at.
hate
Yeah.
social media so much that like we don't, like, it's just not like, we don't be spending hours trying to like make up the perfect Instagram post and all that, and
Yeah.
try to, you know, get the next 100 followers and
We
stuff.
live in the moment. Like when you're
Yeah.
doing music, we just like.
It sucks, man, because you gotta use that.
I
shit.
know,
You know?
we're
Yeah.
kind of like
network and everything.
Yeah.
it's
Networking
coming
is all
there
what it's
and
about.
whatnot, and so I mean, like we do that. We like share the accounts and stuff, like the band. We did. I know I said at Guitars and Growlers that we did not have a band camp up, but we did, but we have it now, and so it's better. But like no, but like as far as management goes, I mean, we pretty much are trying to just manage it. It's like it's just a very grassroots, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like we outsourced. We didn't go to a studio to record. We outsourced recordings and whatnot, and like
What do you mean by that outsourced?
like originally we had a guy come out to the storage unit, and he recorded us for like a rate that we like split 4 ways and stuff, and like so like versus which was a big learning experience through like a lot of things, and like that was definitely like a good, I mean, well, yeah, we ended up actually going a different direction as far as recording after that, and but
So could you like explain that a little bit?
yeah, like so like we had that guy come out and record us, and it was good and whatnot, but he was coming out there recording us inside of a metal box and whatnot, and like which, you know, can create like less than clean recordings, I guess, in terms of stuff and whatnot, and so things just like weren't exactly like they were coming out and whatnot, and we were happy with it because it was the first time we'd ever recorded, and like it was a real like awakening moment for us as far as like, oh, you gotta know like your BPMs, you gotta know like the like key of the song, the time signature of the song, like just stuff like that, and like and so which I know probably sounds like really rudimentary stuff, but hey, it's a whole different thing when you like go in and you're like, yeah, this is how we play the song, and it's like, okay, well, what's this about the song and stuff like that,
That's
and like
wild.
and so we learned a lot through it and whatnot, and then like I happened to be working under a dude at Domino's, because I worked a lot of pizza jobs, and man, I cannot stand
that
pizza
discount
jobs. Honestly, they could
Had to feed the band.
When you bring that pizza,
Yeah.
And he was kind of a well, I'd showed him our music and stuff, and like he called himself like a production snob and whatnot. And he was like, I really like y'all's music, and he was like, I just hate the production of it. And I was like, okay. And he was like, let me try to mix one. And I was like, all right. And so like gave him like the Stymz of the thing, and at that point we pretty much wrapped up recording and stuff and gotten a product that like as far as like product meaning like the recordings themselves, like we were pretty happy with it and stuff, but it was like, you know, we knew that it could be better and whatnot, as far as like we knew we could do better. And at that point we had a much like firmer grasp on like, I don't know if firmer is a word, but we had a much more firm grasp like on like what the songs were supposed to be.
Law firm?
Yeah, with this
Attorney at law.
with the current producer that we are working with now, like he definitely like is like humbling, like he's like gonna call you on your shit, like, hey bro, you're fucking up right here, you know, you need to get better at this, as opposed to the other producer who was just kinda like, I mean, like, not intentionally, but like it's just like one of those things, like
you gotta know what you're doing, or
Exactly.
you gotta know
You
like
gotta
what
know.
you want. Like he's not gonna tell you how your song is supposed to be in a way, like, and
You gotta be able to communicate it too.
yeah,
Definitely different experiences.
So like,
So you guys basically, I'm sorry to interrupt,
Oh, no,
just
you're
kind of clarifying here. So you guys, you know, you were playing music, jamming out, but then you started trying to record, and you kind of ran into all this new shit you had to learn, is what it sounds like.
I mean,
Yeah.
it just was kind of, it was like shit, you know, but like it's like shit you don't expect, like in a way, like, or I don't know, it's just,
whole
it's a
new type of
weird
shit,
thing. It's
yeah.
like we had never discussed necessarily like concrete endings to songs, like this is exactly how we're gonna end it, like in the recording or whatever. Like we
Yeah.
just kind of like
So it's just like stopping.
feel it.
Well, we had
Like,
a
well, I mean-
weird way of recording too, because before he was around, we went to a studio in Richardson and recorded 3 songs with them, and same kind of deal. Like we would sit in the garage and we're like, this is kind of how it goes from here to here, but didn't have it completely like orchestrated, clean 0 to 3 minutes, whatever.
Okay.
Perfect. So we go in there, like they recorded us, but it wasn't perfect. We didn't have anyone to sing, so it wasn't a complete song. A few years go by, we're looking for singers. We went through a few
Quite a
different
bit.
singers in the very
Okay.
beginning.
So he wasn't like a
Not just
one
yet.
and go.
We
you guys
had
are
we had
through
a few
others.
Yeah.
people we had to go through. There's people that were either had a different idea of what they wanted to go towards in the sound, or it was just not working as far as like
The
they
voice
had
didn't
other
match.
stuff going on, and just like sometimes energies didn't match. Like we didn't.
Yeah.
They were cool people. It just didn't, you know, kind of fit the way our lifestyles are and all that, you know.
Yeah.
And once we figured out the first mistake with this one, as far as like recording goes, we keep on kind of trying to fix our songs. I get some, what do you call it?
Bud.
No, that's what's going on right there. I got a software to start trying to learn how to record myself, and got all the little bullshit to do it. And as soon as he came over, we're like, okay, he sounds good. Here's some lyrics. Try singing to this. and we
Oh, yeah.
a nice little rough draft recording, but it's like it's just not quality. I don't know what the fuck. Computers are crazy, to me, you know. So
It's hard to do it all yourself, man.
dude, I can't work my phone half the time. Like actually doing all that.
This is why the guys have producers, because like we can focus on fucking music. He produces. This person does this and this. Like, there's a fucking job for everybody, man. You want to feel like you can do it all, but it's really fucking hard. Man.
Come back to like the manage it ourselves way. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty much what it was
Yeah.
like.
That's how it kind of starts out, though. You know, until you find somebody, I guess, who's gonna manage you guys. I think you will. I mean, I listened to your song and it was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, like
Still under
the
construction.
guy, or I mean,
We all are until we die, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey.
Honestly. Facts.
he just offered to do it for free, and so we kind of just like pulled the trigger on it.
He's working on it right now.
Well, he already, well, like he gave us a mix of like the recordings and stuff, and it sounded great.
Mhm.
We were like, wow, that actually sounded like closer to kind of like the end goal we had in mind, I guess. And then like he was like, yeah, it's good, and he was like, but I think it'd be easier if we just like straight up re-recorded everything. And it was because like going back to the whole like recording inside a metal box and stuff, like specifically like drum tracks and stuff, like, it'll pick that stuff up. Like, I mean, like
The way it's bouncing and all
yeah,
that kind
yeah,
of stuff, man.
like
Yeah.
nothing on, like nothing like that. Like it's just the environment and the recording of
Yeah.
it being in that environment and stuff. And so he just was like, let's re-record it. And he was like, I'll do it for free. And so that's kind of where we are. And like the 2 singles out of the 3 singles we have out, like 2 of those are some of those like fully re-recorded ones, which us re-recording them, having played them a lot more since then, like that's like why, or that also speaks toward, or that also helps towards like creating a more quality, I guess, recording and stuff, because like now, like I said, we have a better, well, to reintroduce the word firmer, we have a firmer grasp on things and stuff, and so it's like go back into it and it's like, yeah, now we know.
Which
And
2
stuff.
songs are the ones that got re-recorded?
f.n.p.h and Pocket Sand. The other one, Whitewater, we have re-recorded it. I don't think we have the master back yet, but we re-recorded it and stuff. But we actually do kind of dig the like vibe of the original recording of that one, and so like it's not like a total like recall per se. It's like but like some things just match better, and so that one's like a real surf punky vibe and whatnot. And
That
so
sounds
it's got
so
like
fun.
a nice like beachiness to it and then fuzz and stuff, and like it actually kind of fits.
You play for you now.
Yeah. So you guys, are you trying to get on Spotify, like all the?
Oh, we're on all, yeah, we're on.
Are you already on there?
Yeah, we're on
Okay.
Spotify.
I only saw you guys on
Apple
YouTube,
Music,
so I wasn't
YouTube.
even sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you find it difficult to get on that kind of stuff, or
Discord.
Like, did y'all find I don't know. I'm just curious because we use like a hosting website that basically upload our stuff and it sends it out for us. Is that how it works on the music
Yeah,
side
we're
as
using
well?
DistroKid.
Yeah.
So
What is it called?
DistroKid.
DistroKid?
Yeah, and same kind of deal. You pay like a yearly fee, like $20 something, in YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to music.
Not a deal, honestly.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
that's a pretty good
really,
deal, man. It
how
costs
much
us
you wanna take advantage
a
of
lot
it.
more. It costs us a lot of fucking, not really a lot, but it costs, you said $20 a year, it's like,
Something like that. I might be totally off. I try to pay and
Yeah.
forget.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a lot
fair.
less stressful.
No, man, I feel like a
You know,
musician.
Why doesn't drop from
There it is.
Oh, it's right there.
oh,
Did I
man.
get it?
So I have a
Just
question
tear
for
the
you
room
guys.
apart.
Yeah, what's up, man?
So what made you guys want to do podcasting? Like who are y'all's like biggest influences?
Okay. I listened to, I guess like whenever I was younger, I used to listen to a lot of Joe Rogan stuff. You know, Theo Vaughn.
I just listened to the other day.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer,
Yeah.
and pretty much comedians.
Love Bert Kreischer.
I like to really, I like to dive deep. I like to go like underneath the surface. I'm like more or less like a conspiracy theorist, you know.
I like this guy.
I just kind of, I like to listen to.
You're okay. I like you.
I like to have conversations with people. I like to pick people's brains, and what typically happens is, you know, whenever I met this guy, we would just talk about everything, like, and we still do, you know, like we still just have like really. And I was like, you know, like I want to have a podcast where we talk to people, or like we talk. I don't know, what do we talk about? What do we do? And then, you know, I guess to go on your question, but yeah, those those things kind of influenced me. Like my uncle used to listen to a lot of Alex Jones when I was younger, and that's kind of but I would literally go to sleep while he's he's like playing Alex Jones like in like the room, and I'd literally go to sleep to Alex Jones. So like talk show has been like a part of my life for like a long time. So.
Hearing the words be screamed in the other room.
The frogs are gay. The frogs are gay. Don't drink the water.
Shout out to Rockwall. He's from there.
Is he really?
I didn't know.
I thought he's from Austin.
Poor
I guess
bastard.
he's
His
in Austin.
dad worked in Austin, I think. Like,
You
some
look it
middle
up,
school.
man. He's one of the famous Rockwallians, you know.
Man, my influence, I don't really listen to a ton of podcasts, to be honest with you. I listen to Joe Rogan. That's probably the biggest influence. But I think, like, he wanted to start up a podcast, and I was down for that. But yeah, the question was, what do we talk about? Like, who do we even talk to if we want to talk to people? And so we both do rideshare, and so I just had the idea of, let's bring on some of these rideshare guys and just kind of see where things go. Because, man, we've met people from, like, meth dealers to millionaires to, somebody who just works at, Walmart or McDonald's, like, just regular everyday people. And a lot of these people have really cool fucking stories, man. Some shit you just wouldn't even believe. And I was like, man, let's try to get some of these people on, like, I met this guy, and I hope he's actually gonna come on the podcast, but I met him just before I came here, and I think he has a master's degree in cognition and neuroscience.
Oh.
And he smokes weed.
Oh.
And he's in space.
Even better.
So it's like, I like that.
You said he's been to space?
No.
Space isn't real.
No,
I'm just kidding.
No,
If you get high enough.
like he enjoys space and like things like this, which are things I enjoy. So yeah, so him and I were kind of like vibing out on that. But I think it's cool that he smokes and has like a high level degree, because it shows that like it's not just something that makes you stupid, right? Like there's a lot more to like weed, right? And I say that as somebody who supports it myself.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, just getting people like that on is it's really exciting to talk to people. And so that's the other part to your question, is like the things that influence me to do this, man. It's just talking to people, connecting with people, because you learn so much, right?
Different
Perspective. Yeah,
So
exactly.
many perspectives in life. There's like the people that we've had on the podcast, it just they help like change your minds about things. They teach you new things, shit like that, man. So yeah, it's just really wanting to talk to people, because I think that that's the way that you grow as a person and in your business as somebody who works. Like, you connect with people. That's how you grow.
And not being biased, but understanding,
Yes.
Exactly, man. You don't have to agree with somebody, and just because they have a different opinion doesn't mean they're stupid either, right? Like, everybody has different opinions on things, and it's just
Even if your opinion is
hear them
stupid.
out, man. Yeah. I mean, some people think they're just flat. But anyway, the thing is
Wait,
that
it's not?
they have. Look, man, he's got a point though. It's like somebody could ask me like, "Why is it not flat?" It's like, I mean, I didn't go to school for this shit. I can't prove it, so I don't fucking know. But I believe the guys who did go to fucking school for it. You know what I mean? Like, they seem like they have the most information. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with those guys for now. But yeah, that's kind of the goal here, man. Is just to talk to people. Like, we don't. I asked you guys like what your goal is. Like, do you want to grow big? You just enjoy it, man. We just enjoy it. Like,
I really like
we're
our
not even
message, too.
thinking about growth.
Yeah.
Man. Like we're trying to grow because we want to get our word out there, but not for money. Like, we don't. Give
Oh, yeah.
Like we're really enjoying like doing it, and that's what I really liked about y'all's answer too. Like y'all are just like enjoying yourselves. You're in the moment, and if something happens or y'all get like signed to it or whatever, like that's a benefit thing. Like that's something that you can like go into and be happy about. But like for the most part, it is about enjoying the moment. It is sitting down having conversations with guys that happen to go to our high school or whatever. You know what I mean?
Crazy,
Like, and then have a cool little vibe, and then we get to go see you guys perform and stuff, and then support you guys, and it's just it's a really me and him we're more or less hermits. Like you said, you were shy. This guy was probably more shy than you were.
I was pretty shy. Man.
He was pretty shy, and he's
Shy
come
guy.
way out of his shell. But
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
like
hard.
we it was a process, but I really like meeting people like you guys, because you guys are passionate about what you do.
And the podcast brings us out of our comfort zones, right? Like, we would have never been at Guitars and Growlers and just sparking up conversations with random people.
Sparking up
Yeah.
duties.
Let alone with like 4 like guys, I mean, it's like a crowd, right? Like, a crowd's hard to interact with, and it gives you anxiety, right? Or whatever. And it's the same thing even with like 4 guys I've never met before, right? And I would not be doing that if it wasn't for the podcast. And so that's just some of the benefits I think that we get out of it. It gets us out of our shell of our houses and just connecting with people, man, networking.
Spreading the word, man. Spreading positivity is what
Yeah, if
Yes.
we go back for a second, one thing, if we could get any kind of success just in the general Dallas area, I would like to start doing like non-benefits in like fixing fucked up areas. Cause I mean,
yeah, man.
there's so much shit that isn't getting taken care of by people who are supposed to be taking care of it.
Yeah, fuck
We
that.
gotta start just doing it
Yeah.
ourselves.
For real.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
too much complaining and finger pointing, it's like,
Just do
fucking
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Just get it on.
That's what we kind of talked about that, and I won't go into like details on the people we've talked about because I don't want to make commitments until I can make commitments.
Yeah.
But we, you know, there's nonprofits and stuff that we know of that we want to support that are from people that we know, for example, right? Or fixing the areas in our communities, man. Like that would be fucking great if we can get to the point where we can do shit like that. That's some of our goals too. Like, and that wasn't like necessarily in our minds when we started it, but as you grow, you start to think a little bit more like, man, what can I actually do with this platform?
What can I get back?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, what can I give back to the people that give to me? And yeah, man, that's our goals too. Just talk to people and have a good time as well. So.
So
Run for the sleigh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
no, you're good. Whenever y'all are like performing together and y'all are practicing and stuff, like say y'all are like practicing like pocket sand and all that, do y'all branch out and make new singles, or even come up with album ideas from that song in particular, or any song that you're practicing, or have y'all considered like an EP or anything like that?
Like back when we recorded a full like 13 song album.
It will be up.
It will be out eventually, yeah.
86th.
And is it
1986.
is it like stemming
Oh, yeah.
onto like other like I guess like yeah I tried to use the word there but is it branching out into something that's, you know, I guess I'm interested because I think that you guys are gonna come out with a new sound, and I think that it's kind of like, you know, you'll have so many different influences, and you're talking about you're huge into techno so it's like I want to know like what direction you are going in, but obviously like I never will, you know. But like, but whenever you are, but whenever you are like performing and stuff, like what's the album looking like? I mean, can y'all even talk about it right now, or do y'all want to talk about it?
Like
No, it's a secret.
Yeah.
Only for us, but we
I don't
released
know
the
the
time
secret
capsule 40 years ago.
You'll know when you know on you to know.
When we know. Ash's joint.
Man, speaking of joints, man, I think we have two brains, right? We have our normal brain, and we have our brain when we're smoking. Like,
Yes.
It's almost
Yeah.
like two fucking things. You know what I mean?
It's like I'm not even myself.
Yeah, that's like it's super basic to like on the surface, but
No, it's so in depth.
man, I smoke and I just start thinking about black holes, like in the universe. That's what I think about, man. Fucking.
I was like, where the fuck is Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yeah. Start watching the Cosmos.
Apparently, I heard that he used to be a male stripper.
What?
Yeah, put himself through college.
Get the fuck
I'm not
out.
joking.
Yeah, why so cocky?
Like, I think he even talked about it. Like, he said that. I think it might have been I don't know where.
I'm gonna have to.
But-
I'm gonna have to fact check.
Yeah.
that.
I'm
For
not-
science.
Hey, Jamie, pull it up.
I just kind of got the kind of like honey bear thing going on, you know? Like,
Well, Neil deGrasse Tyson, I love you. I love your stuff. Don't sue me. You're awesome.
Yeah,
I think you're kind of a
come on the
douchebag,
podcast.
yeah,
Come on
Clips
this
are badass.
I mean, I was just shut up and let him go. Like,
Do
I
a
was
single
just,
with
like
us.
talk, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We could have Neil
Just
deGrasse
let him
Tyson
go, man.
samples in there.
I'm
Like,
gonna just.
the universe is not what you think.
Yeah.
I love you bust out a rap.
You know, I'll tell you what I like the most about weed is it kind of takes all the modern day problems that we think is like actually important, like, oh, that guy cut you off in traffic.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't.
You're still gonna get to your place. You know, it's like the little things that we tend to like first world problems you just lose your shit on. It kind of takes it away. It's like, I'm gonna go home and have something to eat and drink and sleep. It was
Yeah.
a nice place. That's more than I can
Yeah,
ask.
dude. Like that shit doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
What's crazy too is they try to say that, like, you know, alcohol or weed is as dangerous as alcohol, and it's not at all.
Not even close.
At all, man.
I'm not gonna say it's healthy because it's probably not healthy for your lungs, you know.
Depends
but
on the way you ingest it.
yeah. I mean, if you're just doing edibles, you're probably
Or
fine, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
even
can do
gonna
that.
lie.
You can
Listen
do
to, like, the
oils,
recent podcast you guys did.
What, Kiana?
Yes.
Oh my
And
god.
like, you guys mentioned that, you know,
Yeah.
like how she was saying, like, you know, it's not.
That's probably why he said it. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
I definitely mess with that. So like,
Yeah.
I was meaning to get you guys, like, I heard that you guys wanted like the tea. You wanted to try it, so I was like, last minute I was thinking, oh, maybe I should get them the
Fuck
tea.
yeah.
But like, I
Do
just,
you do that?
I do not. I would just rather smoke.
Yeah.
Or do edibles, but like I haven't had the tea yet. But
Yeah.
I learned that.
I'm
from
down to
Kiana,
try
so-
it, you know what I mean?
So down.
Kiana's so cool, man.
Yeah,
I believe
she's a
that.
cool person.
man.
She seemed like she was.
She
like, a
was
big
so
vibe.
educated, man.
Yeah.
Everything
You know
she
a
was
lot.
talking about.
You know a lot.
Back to the EP, man.
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's the vibe.
Yeah.
Going places.
This is why the album's taking so long.
Ideas.
You guys aren't even high right now.
No, we're not.
Not even that.
Oh my fucking god. What
Yeah.
was the question about the EP?
Yeah, just the so like, you know, is it like when y'all gonna drop it basically?
Like what the plan for your
what we
ideas,
feel like
and
it.
shit like that.
It comes down to like a whole bunch of different human beings, you know. 'Cause like our producer guy, he's like a regional manager of Domino's now, so he's like busy all the time.
Good for him.
And so like we go to his place, like, and that's like also kind of a drive from like Forney even, like
Yeah.
yeah, he's like in Kemp and like
Wow. Coffee,
yeah,
right?
like
Kim Coffin.
yeah, no, Coffin's actually like the halfway point. Like he's out there and stuff, and so it just comes down to like schedules lining up and stuff, and then like when he has time to mix and master and stuff, and then send it to us, and then we're like, yeah, and then
Such a big process.
it's
man.
like,
Yeah.
all right, let's release that, and then and so it's kind of like we've got a couple in the back that are pretty much ready to go. Just need a little bit more. There's one that I need to do some more stuff on, and then like as far as the rest of the songs go, like those songs are all kind of in that pending space. Like, well, I mean, they're like, we've got the drums recorded for them all, and pretty sure like, honestly, a lot of them I have to do vocals on, like, or at least like quite a few of them, like that I'm thinking of right now.
So
'cause
you
I'm
don't
pretty
do
sure
it
they're
all at
instrumentally
once?
ready.
You do it in like parts?
Yeah, and like we've recorded, or well, I don't think actually we have done that necessarily, where we've like recorded all together at once, except for like just trying to get the DIs down, like in the original
What is
unit
that?
recording,
DI?
like a drum instrumental track, and it's mainly just to get the drums straight. And
Yeah, so
then,
we'll all
like,
play, and then he'll sing, I'll play, they'll record, and then like we'll just cut like the guitars, and then like they'll like hook into the audio interface, and then like get like a better sound, you know.
Okay.
Technology is so crazy. You don't have to have an amp.
I don't know what you just said.
You don't have to have
Oh, yeah.
The drum noise you're getting inside the new production of this stuff is so crazy. It's
Yes.
this thing called Get Good Drums, and it's recorded all these samples of different snares, hi-hats, basses, you name it, in this perfect drum room. So he was gonna record it on an acoustic set, but it was way too loud for the neighbors in the place we were recording.
Yeah,
So they
you
got
gotta
an
change
electric
stuff.
set, and it's like, the tone, you can't tell that it's an electric set.
Wow.
Because it's a real drum samples.
It's a really good
Put it this way,
advertisement, by the
it was so
Yeah,
good.
give us free stuff.
Yeah, sponsor us.
It was so good when I heard it.
Great.
I literally made an impulse buy, and I bought a electric drum set the day before we left for Hawaii.
Oh,
So like, yeah, like that's how good it's.
And all of our tones for like guitar and bass are through Neural DSP. Give me that quad cortex for free. Great tones. It's just insane that you can go straight into a computer and get the best noises you've ever had and have a recording done way faster than what it would be if you were to go to like an actual studio and have all these different times. And it's just really cool that we're getting into the age where if you're an artist or a musician, you can really take the power into your own hands and do
Yeah.
everything.
And that's where it's
That's
all like
fucking
leading
cool,
to,
man.
you know,
Yes,
like at the end
us
of the day,
recording ourselves.
because like we all have like Cubase on our laptops, so like I could be at home and I could record it like drum part, and then I can send it to Greg and like Greg, like throw something on this, or Junior
you
throw
just kind
something
of
on.
like layer it up.
Yeah.
That would be the
Yeah,
beauty.
exactly.
We're still not slow as like
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Still
still
falling
getting into
into
that. Like
Yeah.
that part's of like we said,
It's in the
before,
works.
it's crazy.
Cool, man.
Like,
And if you guys like that free sponsor, why don't you imagine how better it would be if you actually pay us?
Yeah.
Think about that.
they need fucking stamps. Wait, was it
Stickers?
stickers?
Do you guys?
Trigger?
No,
Yeah.
the one that fucking I ruined it.
I have a question. Do you guys have sponsors? Do you guys like, you know?
No,
Not yet.
we don't have anything.
Correct.
We're kind of looking at some monetization, but there's criteria that you have to meet, and we've met like 2 out of 3 things on our hosting site and on YouTube. I
The
mean,
last one's big.
YouTube's pretty fucking YouTube's pretty easy. You just need like 1,000 subs, which I say that's easy. Like it's you could pay to get 1,000 subs. Realistically, we don't want to do that. Like we want to try to be a little more authentic with our growth. I mean, I'm not opposed to maybe doing it if we had to, but yeah,
But you guys aren't doing it for that. You guys
exactly. That's why we're like, I'm really.
I want all 1,000
hesitant
people
to
to
do
like
like that.
listen.
I'd rather have
and be legit too.
Organic growth.
I'd rather have
Yeah.
500 people that like we fucking got individually through doing like ride share or fucking just meeting people, rather than 2,000 that I paid for
Yeah.
any day.
Y'all just bots.
Then they don't interact with anything, you know, nothing
Just
like that.
placeholders.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Agreed.
it looks
PCs.
better when people look at you, and it could get us a sponsor quicker, but that's not the goal, right? Like, that's
Yeah.
not what we're going for. I mean, and we've had, you know, opportunities come our way that we've turned down, not necessarily for sponsors, but just potential to make some money, and we didn't want to do it, man. It didn't fit with the things that we wanted to do. And it's nothing against, like, you know, those things in particular, it's just, it wasn't for us.
Yeah.
Right, and so, I mean, if somebody does come along and want to sponsor and it's something we like, I'd be open to it, but, you know, we'll see, I guess, kind of what happens. To be upfront with you guys, we've made $10 from this
There's
podcast.
that all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tim pulled up.
$10. One of them was my friend, he sent $5, and the other one, I don't know who it was. Yeah, so, and it's still sitting in our fucking cash app, we haven't touched it, so it'll go towards something eventually.
We got done with that main and Southside gig, and the guy like handed me a little envelope, and it said like $4.29. And we were like, oh hell yeah, we are professionals.
We're going to fucking taco We're eating tonight, boys. Oh my
Let's get
god.
that
You pay our
4
bills
baby.
finally.
Yeah, the 4 for 4,
We're
man.
kind of in that same
Yeah, man. I hope you guys, like I said, make it fucking big. That'd be sick, dude. I want to see you guys like stuff grow on Spotify. I want like watch the numbers up. Like, go up
You want to too.
Like
Yeah.
Reverb Nation, apparent like. Man, speaking of like bots and stuff, like I don't know. So like they said that we broke this like. They're like, congratulations, you broke like top 40 like of the like area or whatever, like as far as bands and stuff. And since then we moved to 27 even. But then like you look at like our all-time plays and it's like 1.
It's like, where's this stuff coming from?
Well, like, you want to send an email out to your fans and friends, they helped you get there, and it was like but who?
Yeah.
So,
Like
like,
one guy,
I guess
man.
like the Reverb Nation like bots or whatever, like or like the like moderators or whatever, they're like they maybe classify things, but I don't know, the whole bots thing reminded me of that. That was something goofy that kind of occurred.
I think having the authentic growth is just, it means a lot more.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Cause you work for it, you know.
Exactly, man. All the, like, we don't have a ton of followers. I think we got about almost 140, and just every single one of them though has been like people we've talked to individually. There's no, I mean, we're like, we have run a couple of ads, and a couple people have come from the ads, but we gotta stop doing
And by
that.
a couple,
man.
we mean 2.
Yeah, it's been like 2.
That's one of us.
Yeah, that's it. Like we ran some ads, and like the best one I think got over 10,000 clicks, something like that, but like no plays.
Yeah.
We're like, what's the point of doing this thing? Like, in order for us to get the plays, we don't have enough money to get enough clicks, right? Because there's a play to click ratio. And we're not fucking hitting it with $10. You know what I mean?
It's weird what hits and what doesn't.
Yeah.
Like the Island Boys blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
So
like what?
that's so crazy.
That's like actual important information.
Yeah.
That's like nothing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, that's
honestly,
the eye catcher.
good for those
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah, I mean if you can make it happen, then you're already winning.
Your music
No, fuck
wasn't
'em.
great, but you're making money. You're doing more than I am.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, and it's one of the deals
work
is
for
like
Post.
what they do after that is what matters.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
They're already at
Never
that
know.
point.
yeah.
Yep.
If you let it all slip away, then you had a cool ride at least.
Yeah, man. Fuck. And then I think that's the thing with bands too. Like you guys might have a song blow up. You won't retain everybody, but the ones you do, man, those are gonna be like your
The genuine
OG
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah,
like,
OG
like,
ones,
like
man.
they're-
I'm excited to see what y'all do in Amplified. Because that's cool. I mean, I think that's just, it's such a big venue, man.
Yeah.
It is. And I feel like there are people go out there and they scout it out, you know? And there's also there's a radio station I listen to. It's 91.7.
Oh
They
yeah.
have
Evil.
an, yeah. Oh wait.
No, it's nice.
Oh wait, no, that's
That's not
KXT. It's KXT radio.
KXT. Yeah. So it's like an NPR, and they have
Right.
they have an hour thing where like they put a local person
Yeah,
from
it's a
Dallas
local-
on
yeah.
there. So maybe y'all could even look into
No,
that too.
I
That'd
would
be
love
sick.
to be on KXT. Man.
That'd be
I
sick.
listen to I
We would
listen
love
to
it.
fucking I listen to NPR all the time,
Are you guys on TikTok at all?
man. That's
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get like
Yeah,
a
we tried to.
yeah.
Dude, TikTok, like, I know it's social media, but it is the most powerful tool
Right
that
now.
anybody could use right now. I mean, the way the
Straight
algorithm
up.
works. I mean, I posted a couple of videos and they're getting a couple hundred views. Like, that's not
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, you make a post on your social media and you get 200 views. Like, that's kind of a lot.
Oh yeah,
you know what I
it's
mean?
like it's a big platform
Yeah.
of people you just reached.
Yeah, man. And
My
I don't know,
fiance, she
it's
made a
fucking
video
crazy.
of me and her, and that one video got 83,000 views.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
fucking gnarly.
Yeah, it's nuts. But you know,
you guys could just be recording, like,
Just snippets.
like, but yeah, just little things you guys record and having a good fucking time, and
That's
people
actually
would
Samuel
probably watch it.
yeah.
Hanging out.
Yeah, y'all just hanging out, like, hey guys, you know, we're Stymz, we're about to go and do some practice, man, smoke a joint, whatever. Y'all tune in or some shit, check
Yeah.
out the page, you know, shit like that. People will fucking watch it, man.
I've been wanting to start a homeless karate club.
What?
Homeless
A
karate?
homeless karate?
Yeah, so we get all the local homeless.
and have them fight each other.
Not fighting. You know, I mean, there's some benefits. Like the winner will get more than the loser. You gotta have a way to like
Oh my
get
Sounds like
get a
Fight
good
Club
little
with
match.
extra steps, man.
Well, they got like pads, and we're gonna give them a robe they get to keep. You know, you get to keep the robe. You get to keep what you win.
Keep the rope.
I think it's called a
We'll
gi.
make sure it's gold.
It sounds cool, I just don't know how the police are gonna feel about it, but
I feel like we're putting in the work.
Yeah, true.
It's a way to help the community. I'm not saying all my ideas are good.
At least they're ideas.
Yeah, I think it sounds fun, man. Especially if you like. So first of all, I think that in sports, they should have like regular sports leagues, and they should have steroid sports leagues.
Yes.
And just let people do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
You know the risks.
Yeah.
Let them do that
Yeah.
shit. You can do the same thing, dude. Let them all tweak and fucking fight. And
I want to match up
Breaking
drugs.
it.
Like, instead of the people going against each other,
This
have
one's
them
on
different
it.
drugs. This guy's on bath salts, this guy's on meth.
It's
gonna happen.
Which is the stronger drug?
Somebody's gonna die, dude. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
But imagine the music video. We got a badass song and homeless guys just slow motion going at it.
That was going on
Oh
4chan.
God, dude.
Yeah. Just the drool, just everything.
Oh God, man. That's
Insane.
Homeless karate. Stay tuned.
I'm gonna write that. That's gonna be the title of,
ESPN.
of the audio. It's gonna say Stymz, homeless karate.
Yes. I like
Maybe
it.
not. Maybe so. I don't fucking know. I just think of that shit on the fly, so we'll figure it out.
That's awesome.
I've got a few questions here that I've come up with.
Yeah, I've been
man.
seeing you write.
Yeah, he's been writing over here, fucking book.
Oh, I have a few.
It says
gonna be
this
quite a
one
book.
says
Nice
nice
cock.
cock.
Nice cock. Yeah, this will flow through my brain. Question. Can you fit tits in an ass?
Tits
like
They're saggy enough.
Do you think?
Only if they're under a certain diameter.
I feel
or,
like it more
diameter.
depends on the ass.
So you're,
Possibly.
allegedly your ass can stretch like I think 8 inches. So if the boob is under that, then theoretically you could.
I mean, think
Saggy
about it.
boob
Yeah.
and an 8-inch.
Yeah, and an 8-inch butthole.
Yeah.
You could do it.
Easy poops.
I've heard it's harder to poop when you're stretched out.
Really?
Yeah.
Where
You
do you
don't
hear
have
that
as
from?
much tension to like drive it down because like your whole like thing is
Because the whole
muscle
thing is
in
like
there.
pushing.
Yeah.
I
I feel like you stretch the whole.
Because
you
the
know?
muscles get weaker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
I
true.
mean, next time you poop and pay attention and just feel it like squeeze,
Like,
like
you
you
have
can't
the
do
power.
that.
You don't pay attention
You know
every
what I
time.
I mean, I do. That's why I have this information.
You ever have boobs where you gotta start praying?
Oh yeah. This one,
You like take off your shirt and everything.
this morning, man. Come on.
Someone's just hot in this room.
Has anybody used a squatty potty then?
Yeah.
I want to.
I
I
love
never
those
have.
things.
Is it
It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
it's,
just
I mean, it's nice because like
It's
The
really
squatty
nice.
potty?
yeah, if you're pooping like this, you're gonna have a hard time pooping.
Yeah.
If you sit up and like if your feet are raised, it's like
Yeah.
it's a nice little.
I saw the little
angle.
commercial where like the little unicorns in there. It like shows the little band like you know
Yeah, and then it
constricting the
moves
little it's like yeah, and then
Yeah.
it and then it freezes
You should try
up and
pooping
it just
outside.
like shits like rainbow into an ice cream cone.
Oh my god, that last minute shit when you have it, you know, like you're like holding it and like you can't get to it, crap yet.
there
And
20
then you
times.
finally get there and it's like, oh!
Why does the cheeks touch the porcelain?
Oh my
You're like battling that prairie dog. Just
If
fucking,
you can imagine, if you're gonna go take a dump in the woods, you take your pants off and you're squatting.
Yeah, no,
It's
it's
a
more
squatty
natural.
potty,
Yeah.
and it just falls out. There is no struggle.
yeah.
Falls out.
Straight up.
Here's a better one. Have you ever had to use
I
your
love
own
it.
sock? 'Cause
No.
you- no?
No, never.
I had
guys
to go on
want
a
to-
sleeve one time.
I've risked it.
Look, man, I go prepared, man. If I go place, I'm taking, like, if I'm camping or something, toilet paper, baby wipes, I'm coming. I treat my asshole with respect, man.
That's a
With
good
respect.
Yeah, I mean,
man.
it kind of seems fucked up to say you treat your asshole with disrespect.
Yeah,
So,
exactly,
like, you
man.
know, like,
Depends
so
on what
I mean,
you're
I-
It's a valuable part of your body, man.
I fully stand that, you know.
Thanks,
Like,
man.
you got your body is the
Disrespect that
temple.
I
asshole.
don't think
you know,
anybody's asked us about our
gotta keep
buttholes
everything.
before, so I appreciate
Stymz
that.
doing lots of first on the human network.
Breaking the
Like,
records.
life,
Did
love,
you know that
music,
your-
and acid.
Your asshole skin is actually the same as your lip skin?
I did know.
No fucking.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Fuck her up.
Think about it.
Yeah, just get in front of the mirror later and just,
Wow.
start doing some
This-
shit. Yeah,
I
no,
feel
no,
dirty.
So like really, when you're kissing an asshole, you're just kissing their lips, technically.
Yeah, but
This is-
the back lip.
And
That's
the
what you
inside,
asked,
the
man.
inside of your cheek
Everyone's
is the
so
same
obsessed with
tissue.
you.
Downstairs.
So you can't get mad when you
back side of
say,
the house
kiss my
lips.
ass and somebody kisses you on the lips, you know?
Yeah, that's fine.
So if someone says your breath smells like ass, does that
I
mean?
mean that your
It just
ass smells like your lips.
Yeah, it smells like your lips.
Which breath are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh my god. What else you got for us?
Do you get laid from rideshare?
No. I've never had anybody
There
offer.
was one time
Ever.
I picked up I didn't get laid. I turned it down because I didn't want to get like charged for like rape. And
Oh,
so
yeah,
she was
yeah.
yeah. But I picked her up at a bar in Fort Worth off 7th Street. I took her to an apartment right off at 8th, which is like right up the street. And she's like, we had a really good conversation. We said like a few words. She's like, you wanna come inside?
Was she like under the influence, I assume?
She was fucked.
Yeah,
up.
Okay.
another danger
Yeah.
of alcohol.
Yeah, for real, man.
I've never had anybody offer, but I'm ugly, so.
Alright.
We're not
You
ugly.
got
Oh, man, you're beautiful. Yeah, you got a very beautiful.
I just started doing this, man, so.
It's like, I've been looking at it.
I can't go shit,
It's
man.
like super well manicured.
I appreciate it, man. I just trimmed it up like last weekend. So.
Chin whiskers and a Pablo Cruz for
I have
that.
one gray hair over here that was like 2 inches long, and it's like trimmed it down, man.
Mature.
Mature. Dude, when you get 20, 25, everything changes, I promise.
I actually can't grow hair right here.
Really?
Me too, look.
Yeah, it's-
Right
I
here.
can't like right
Oh,
here,
me
or like right here.
As a kid, like I flew out of the car in a baby seat and scraped the fuck out of my chin.
You
And,
just sent it.
Try not to laugh.
It's just no, it's fine. It's funny. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh my, dude, tell them about the dirt bike.
Oh yeah. So yeah. So okay. So me, Luke, and Nick all went out. Was Keith with us or was Nick?
No, it was me, you, and Elias. And
Yeah.
I
We
just
all-
bought this little dirt bike.
It was out in Harry Hines, and we checked out 2 places which apparently were run by the same people.
Yeah,
And,
they're just trying to like upsell. So whoever goes to this first place, they're gonna see this price, and they're not gonna go to the other ones. But there's cheaper ones. They're trying to. It's an entire circle.
It's a dirt bike place.
Like pit bike.
It's an
Like, they're really
monopoly.
bullshit.
I mean, they got
Chinese. They're not meant to
ATVs,
be jumped.
4-wheelers,
And
like
there's
all
kid
that
toys.
You guys are just going to try to buy something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were bored. Yeah, we were
Like
like
so, yeah,
20.
yeah, I think so. 2020. I think was I back from California at this time?
It was before you left.
Okay, so I was 20, yeah. So yeah, Luke and Nick just bought their dirt bikes. I think Nick you took yours home.
You know, you hadn't even had his yet.
No.
Oh,
This is
no,
me.
yeah.
This is the first day I got mine. Nick was like, I don't even know if I want to get one yet. Let me ride yours.
Yeah.
When you have to like get the oil to
Oh,
go.
you had
through.
2, dude. You had 2. You had one that was like a pit Chinese.
I've had bad luck with bikes. I don't ride bikes.
And so we brought it. We got the bike. We brought it home. I ended up finding some weird like Gundam game. What is it called? Gundam. That's it. Yeah. Anyway, that's not important. But we got home. we got to your
to the
house.
property. We start doing
Yeah.
laps to try to get the oil to run through, and then we're
Yeah.
eventually able to get the fourth
Fourth
gear.
gear. And like, we were having fun. We were like riding our bike. I had the helmet on and shit. Once Luke said that, like everyone else went, and I was like, yeah, I'll fucking give it a try. I popped in the fourth gear. I was like, oh Jesus, we were all eating shit.
He had
the
never
entire
ridden a
time.
dirt bike in his life before.
No.
This too.
And so I was like, oh, this is so much fun. God, I need to get a bicycle, a motorcycle. As I was like going around the bend, I think Luke had said something.
The one spot where there's grass that's to where you can't see what's in front of you,
Oh,
that you
no.
probably shouldn't drive towards.
Yeah, okay. So I was like, I'm gonna set this down here. So I was like riding it. I was going across the fence line, and like I was like, oh, dirt patch. I'm like, I was thinking, like, man, this is so fucking awesome. I was like, yeah. And I was like, huh, what is that? As it comes to right here, I was like, oh, that's an electric bar. And boom! I hit the thing in fourth gear as fast as possible. I was fucking revving it. And I flung forward, I slammed my back on like the top of it, and fucking went 6 feet, 10 feet over. And
On
like,
top of
I
the
was,
bike or top of the?
yeah, no, on top
Over
of
the
like,
electrical box.
over the electrical box. And like I slammed it, I slammed my back, and I fucking flung that way. And then like,
everywhere.
yeah, no, I was like, ah, fuck, that sucks.
My cigarettes.
I was like, oh shit, where are my squares? You know, grab one. I was like,
bike.
oh, fuck, ow. Oh shit, the bike! I fucking flipped that shit back over because I remember Luke told me not to keep it on its side.
Oh, it's on your butt.
The entire front end was bent.
It looked like Pac-Man. That shit.
The forks were like bent. Oh, the bike.
I
Then I
felt
get a
so
fix.
bad.
Yeah.
Then I get it fixed, and the next week I'm going to try riding another spot. And my uncle comes around, and he's like big into motocross, and he's like, I'm gonna train you, you're gonna be the next big thing in motocross. I'm 20, way too fucking old to be trying to get into this stuff. And I see this area, and I hit this jump, but instead of hitting it the right way, I hit it at the like backwards end. So I just get launched in the fucking air, trying to impress my uncle. And I would have landed it, but the handlebars just go straight to the floor. So now I go full throttle. I'm like trying to hit it, and slam straight into a fucking tree and break the shit again.
Yeah.
You are lucky to be alive.
We're both durable.
It's funny because like afterwards, I think we went night rafting.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got
Yeah.
local,
A little bit
sponsor us.
safer. We can
And
cross
like,
the water.
Safer. So we've been going for a little bit here. I want you to get your last questions out if you have any more, and we'll probably wrap it up.
butt for a nose or nose for a butt?
Butt for a nose.
Or nose for a butt. That's
Can I?
Are you still shitting out your butt nose?
Yeah. You like it's like
Ooh.
drippy poop, like snot.
But can you smell it as you're
Yeah.
Yeah, you can smell it. It's
Why?
smell sensors because it's a nose.
Or but how big is the butt on the face? Like if it's just a butt.
It'd be like a little butt,
Does it
like
fart?
the size of your nose. Yeah, it can fart. Like when you sneeze, it just makes a.
I'm gonna take butt for a nose.
I'm on the butt for
I don't think I want to shit out of my nose.
Oh, yeah.
So-
I think I would do butt for a nose just for comedic purposes. I'd probably be famous.
When you have a brain fart, you can say my fucking.
You can always you do like a fake clown nose or whatever, put it on there, but like, if you think this is funny, just like, like
Check this out.
You can just spread it, dude. It's like,
Yeah, you just spread them
Like-
cheeks.
you know, when people say like you're brown nosing, you literally
Like, yeah,
pull your
brown
cheeks.
nosing.
You're straight up. You
Yeah.
are.
Oh, when you got.
Okay,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you had a butt for a nose, would you have a plug in it?
Yeah, you can get a plug for it.
Oh, that'd be pretty. A plug,
Yeah,
like
you
a
can
nice little
decorate,
crystal.
yeah.
Diamond plug. You get like a little foxtail going.
Walking
Elephant
around.
trunk?
Yeah.
No,
Like swinging with your tongue or something.
Oh, man.
And then what? And then here's a more closer one to like an intelligent talk, I guess. What sense, if you had to lose any, would you lose?
Oh.
Definitely keeping my eyes. Probably keep my hearing. Everything else.
Touch.
Yeah.
Like so, sight, touch, taste, smell, and
Here.
hearing. Yeah. So your five senses.
It'd have to be smell, taste, or sight for me. I don't know. Well, because if you lose it, then you got to think whatever you do lose, all the other ones are going to become that much more powerful to take the place of
That's a
it.
good point.
And so it's like you can do some crazy shit with hearing, man.
If you lose your sense of touch, you can never come again.
Oh, that's
that
true.
works.
Yeah.
Or you just bust a nut randomly.
I get first fucking
It's the
thought.
first thing I think.
I'd probably give it a taste. I think I'd have to give it a taste, man. I don't want to, but fuck, dude. I like all the other ones too
I'd
much.
probably say my sense of smell.
why? You can't smoke food ever again, bro. Everything's gonna taste
Well,
like
you
bitter.
Well, you can taste it. Oh, I guess it would taste weird though.
Yeah,
You just can't
it's
smell it.
It's gonna taste hella different.
Yeah, at least I can smell it normally. You know?
It smells good.
It smells
Hey,
good.
you
I
could
don't
like
taste
convince
anything.
yourself to eat just nothing but like the healthiest shit for the rest of your life, no matter how bad it tasted, you know, like, and you just like, you could just be like, cause you don't taste it, you know, it's just like, yeah, but it just does all the good things for you, and it's just like, it wouldn't be so bad.
I was supposed to be born blind. Well, I guess I was born blind, actually.
What?
Yeah, so I had this really rare deal called like congenital ptosis, which what that means is like in high school, a bunch of people when you tell them that, they think it's about your dick.
Yeah.
But
Genital
But basically, it means
I was
your
born with a
eyes
toaster.
had no eye muscles, so I was like stoned as a baby, just couldn't open them, you know. And then had 4 surgeries before kindergarten, and now I've been good to see. But I'd be curious to see what I'd be like if I didn't see that whole time, and like.
You'd have to like, I guess like, you'd have to like physically open your eyelids. Or,
Well,
like-
yeah, so basically they took like some kind of other like muscle or whatever from somewhere else on me and like cadavered it towards like my eyebrows are pretty much holding my lids up. So like whenever I blink, they kind of go down and then they go back up. Because that's why I kind of look stoned all the time. They're like this.
Whoa.
And also my pops, he kind of has small eyes too, so I guess it's maybe a little bit genetics. But yeah, if I was born blind and I could stay blind, I probably wouldn't know the difference enough. But there'd be neat things.
That's crazy.
So-
So whenever you sleep, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
Whenever you sleep, like if you can just.
I sleep with my eyes open, which is a weird thing. Like, no shit.
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know this until I was a little older, but my parents told me, like, yeah, you know you sleep with your eyes open. And I'm like, really? And like, yeah, it fucking freaks us out all the time. I used to sleepwalk a lot. It was I was a weird kid. I didn't understand.
Wild, man.
Yeah.
That is a cool
So
fact.
it's kind of related to this, and it's a thought-provoking question for you guys. But if you handed somebody who was blind a round object, you let them feel it, you tell them it's round, and then you give them a square object, or something with corners, but we'll say square for simplicity's sake, and you let them feel it, and then you can give them sight, and you show them the 2 objects. Do you think they can tell what's round and what wasn't?
Yeah.
They can't.
Oh,
Because they wouldn't be able to, because they actually don't know what those corners look like.
Exactly.
Oh, shit,
That's
I
what I
thought-
was thinking. I was like,
they can't hold it either again after you
No,
show
no,
them.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Say you don't let them
Oh,
touch
okay.
it again, right? You just show it to them at that point.
Yeah,
they wouldn't. They wouldn't know, which is
No,
weird.
yeah.
that's crazy because like
They
yeah, when you
wouldn't
look
know.
at something, you can like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
That's
because
wild.
you know that it
Yeah.
has corners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's because you felt it, looked at it, like you know. But if you close your eyes, you only feel it, but you never know what those corners look like. You wouldn't know what a corner is or something, right?
It's wild, dude.
Also, I guess also related to the square is my favorite word, squeeness.
Squeeness?
Is that a
Yeah,
real
a
word?
square penis.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Urban Dictionary
Huh.
makes it
It's
real.
totally real.
So wait, do you think deaf people have inner monologues of actual like voices?
Solid 3-inch girth.
That's a good question. I don't know, man. I picked up a blind guy doing rideshare once, and I asked him if he like dreams like we do, and he said no. They dream of voices.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
So how do they have conversations in their own head if they're deaf? Can they?
See, that makes me question a lot of things now.
How
'cause,
do you
like,
think?
how do spirits work then?
Well, not everybody has an inner
Said
monologue.
spirits?
Some
Well, yeah.
people think in pictures, and like some people think in like an inner monologue. And what was your question? Sorry.
I don't know, maybe I'm way off. Sometimes I start thinking things and it's like, it maybe not connected at all, but like spirits, right?
Mm.
Sometimes people think like when you're dreaming, that's kind of you just going out and you're like astral projection and all that weird shit, right? And some people are just like, not just your subliminals, whatever you've taken in throughout the last whatever, just getting kind of rewashed in a
Yeah.
weird way. But it's like, if it's all connected to where like blind people, they have nothing to refer to but voices, it's a weird deal. It's like once you're gone from this reality and you're into like what a spirit world would be or ascension and all that, do you still have the limitations that you had here?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Jesus
I
Christ.
feel like your other
Next
It's
week,
kinda
all gotta
funny
be stolen to do that.
We all need to like smoke one day.
We're gonna get together.
We'll bring a
So do you wanna
giant
do
fucking
that?
blunt.
Yeah, do you guys want to do like a little acoustic thing, or like how you guys feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Good, yeah.
Okay, so we'll cut the video. So anybody that made it this far, thank you. You're a real OG. We appreciate you guys. I'm gonna cut the video here, and they're gonna do just like a little show for us real quick.
It's kind of hilarious that like we'll go from like talking about shit and squeenesses to like intellectual stuff.
Whatever that was.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a really
Hello, we are Stymz, and this song is called Whitewater. Lick my gooch. Come take a trip with me. We could burn a couple of trees. And I just wanna feel the waves crash on me for a few more days. Let's go.